A biomass reduction to address unsustainable stress in Macquarie Harbour. Prince Philip to enjoy a royal retirement. Turnbull and Trump finally come face to face. Lions meet at the biggest conference ever held in Tasmania and inspiring the next generation to appreciate Macquarie Island.
This is Southern Cross News with Joe Palmer.
Good evening, everyone. Tasmanian salmon companies will have to adhere to new standards in Macquarie Harbour as the state environmental watchdog attempts to save the world-renowned area from significant degradation. Biomass limits will be dropped from 14,000 to 12,000 tonnes. The companies at the centre of the fish fight agree the change is necessary, but Environment Tasmania says the announcement isn't all it's cracked up to be.
A long-awaited decision and not one taken lightly. The Environmental Protection Authority releasing a draft determination, erring on the side of caution. Louise Hedger, Southern Cross News.
Labor leader Rebecca White has significantly narrowed the gap on Will Hodgman as Tasmania's preferred premier. The latest EMRS poll shows Mr Hodgman still in front at 42%, with Ms White just 3 points behind.
It's the first poll since Rebecca White became Labor leader, and today she was all too thrilled by the result.
This is the start and we'll build from here. There's a lot of work to do yet, and I'm well aware of that.
The hostile first phone call that ended with US President Donald Trump hanging up on Malcolm Turnbull was a distant memory today as the pair came face to face in New York. Although it wasn't all smooth sailing, with the Prime Minister kept waiting for 3 hours.
Finally, face to face.
Appreciate your waiting.
Prince Philip has joked that he is standing down from public duties because he won't be able to stand up much longer. The Duke has spent 70 years by the Queen's side at official engagements, and his well-earned retirement comes just a month before his 96th birthday.
Hours after news of his retirement, Prince Philip was back at work at St James's Palace, bemused by all the attention.
And we cross now to correspondent Hugh Whitfield in London. Hugh, who will take over Prince Philip's duties?
Joe, this is seen as a significant generational shift for the monarchy. Expect to see more of the Princess Royal, Princess Anne, alongside the Queen as Her Majesty continues to carry out royal engagements. Joe.
All right, thanks so much for that, Hugh. Stay with us. Still to come in our broadcast tonight, Towards Zero, a road safety plea ahead of winter. And Sheffield shines, bringing Mount Roland to light with a spectacular show. Welcome back. Mount Roland at Sheffield has been brightened by a spectacular light show. More than 2,000 people watched on as lasers projected onto the cliff face last night. The images were designed to represent stories from Australia's past. Organisers hope financial backing will make the festival an annual event. Firelight continues tonight and tomorrow. Traffic was delayed for 2 hours on the Brooker Highway this afternoon following the collision of 2 trucks just before midday. The crash occurred at the Lambton Avenue junction. There were no serious injuries. And we'll have all of the day's sport news coming up a little later in the bulletin, with the Crows touching down to take on the Kangaroos at Blunston Arena. Hundreds hit the track for the school's mountain bike championships. And a battle of the best looms in the TSL. Those stories for you shortly, but first after the break, a look at the day's headlines. And then compensation claims over an obese plane passenger. And Agfest proves to be as popular as ever. Welcome back, everyone. These are some of the stories making headlines tonight. The salmon industry welcomes efforts to improve the environment at Macquarie Harbour. Rebecca White closes the gap as preferred premier. Donald Trump hints at a visit down under after meeting Malcolm Turnbull. And more than 1,000 lions celebrate a century in Hobart. Well, perfect weather conditions have made for some very happy festival goers on day 2 of Agfest. With no rain or mud in sight, the state's agricultural sector is under the spotlight for all the right reasons.
It's Tasmania's largest agricultural event, and crowds this year were streaming in to Quercus Park.
Now let's take a look at the day's business and finance with thanks to Tasplan, your local super fund. The Australian share market has declined for a 4th straight session, with steep falls in oil, iron ore and copper prices hurting energy companies and major miners. The ASX 200 index has dropped by 39.8 points. And a short time ago, the Australian dollar was trading at 73.88 US cents and 67.3 euro cents. Well, sport is coming up after the break with a battle on the bike for hundreds of Tasmanian school children. And the ladder leading Crows touch down for tomorrow's big AFL clash at Blunston. Welcome back. The Adelaide Crows and North Melbourne have hit Hobart ahead of tomorrow's round 7 clash at Blunston Arena. While the Crows are undefeated on top of the ladder, the underdogs say they've got the home and away from home advantage.
Calm, cool and collected, the Crows touch down to a warm reception. Adelaide all set for its debut game at Blunston Arena tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow's weather forecast is coming up right after the break with Peter Murphy.
Good evening. Well, North Melbourne Kangaroos take on the Adelaide Crows at Blunston Arena tomorrow. They're not favourites to win, but with support like this, how can they possibly lose? Hobart, Launceston and Devonport 16 today. Burnie a top of 17 degrees. The high was 19 at Eddystone Point. Lyawini our low with -3. Flinders Island and Friendly Beaches 18. King Island, Wynyard, St Helens and Campania 17. Low Head and Strawn 16 today. Grove and Bushy Park 15 degrees. There is a weakening cold front with its band of cloud moving our way. It's currently south of the Bight, pushing cloud over us, the prefrontal cloud over our region and parts to our north. Upper level jet streams brought cloud to Queensland and southern WA. Most of the cloud today over the north and western districts. Tomorrow's chart, the cold front is just about with us, a trough extending north over South Australia. A high moves over the Bight with troughs over the west and east of the continent. The nor'westerlies will swing more westerly tomorrow at 20 to 30 knots and then southwesterly later, swells increasing to 3 metres. Strong wind warning is current for all Tasmanian coastal waters and a small craft wind alert is on for the lakes. Saturday and rain developing around the state. Hobart 18 degrees. Great football weather. Maydena rain and 14 the top for Oatlands with rain developing. Launceston wet 16 for Devonport, becoming windy as well. Wind easing but some rain or snow for Lyawini a top of 10. Burnie, rain, becoming windy, 16 the high, 15 for Strawn and Marrawar with some wet weather too. And for the east, the rain developing a bit later in the day, St Helens and Swansea 18, 17 the top for Orford. On Sunday, showers clearing from the north during the morning, hail possible over the western, central and southern areas. Showers on Monday gradually contracting to the south and fine on Tuesday apart from light showers over the far south clearing during the day. Further north and partly cloudy in Perth, Canberra and Brisbane. A morning shower forecast for Adelaide tomorrow, top of 19 degrees there. Showers developing for Melbourne and Cairns as well. It's cloudy in Hobart, 12 degrees, 13 right now in Launceston, Devonport cloudy and 15. Can't wait for the footy tomorrow, Joe. And what do you reckon of this? And it only cost me 2,000 baht.
We're not sure if you're B1 or B2. Thank you very much, Murph. You look fantastic. And that's all from the news team for this Friday, the 5th of May. Thanks so much for your company. We will see you throughout the evening with updates, but bye for now.